welcome back.
Welcome to Saturday Night Live. Get Back Saturday with the intuitive couple, Justin and Roseanne. Yeah. This is who? Mario. Okay, Mario. All right. Calm down.
Settle down, man.
Okay, say bye.
Bye.
All right.
Hey, Natasha. How you doing? Hey, Sergio, Gabriella. Hi. If you guys
What's
are
up,
new,
everybody? Welcome back.
Yes. Hi.
Welcome back. My name's Justin Cardoza. I am a psychic medium and intuitive consultant known as the Tragic Medium. This is my wife, Roseanne Cardoza. She is an intuitive reader and a paraphilosopher. And together we are the intuitive couple. So I'd like to take this time to welcome everybody back to our live stream where we do free spirit readings. It's Give Back Spirit Readings on Saturday nights. Right? Also, we do general overall readings, card readings for $25. So
yes,
we don't do one. We don't do one card.
We don't do three cards. Well, we don't do that because we don't do one. Somebody asked us this week. Remember, they were just really perplexed by why we don't do one card pulls and three card pulls. Well, because it doesn't tell you anything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's exactly right.
That's how it works. If you want to know, a lot of you guys are doing New Year's resolutions. Some people have given up on New Year's resolutions. Some people haven't started. I know I haven't yet.
Neither have I. I just came up with mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, anyway, but yeah, if you're wanting a card reading, to get to the head of the line, you gotta pay $25 to get that full card reading. And the full card reading is good. So, it gets all the nooks and crannies of your soul and tells you where you need to go, what you need to do, how to do it.
Absolutely.
The things you're afraid of. But the spirits are, of course, the spirit readings with Justin are always amazing to see and when they happen. But it's all contingent on you. You have to be open as the viewer. You have to be open. Mm-hmm. You have to be, let your loved ones know that you are wanting to hear from them and that you're ready to hear that message.
That's exactly
right. I got a headache.
That's exactly
right. I got a headache tonight. Anyway.
Me too.
I know.
I've been going nonstop.
So, yeah. So, before we, get into it, because I know everybody is here. We got a lot of our viewers on. Hi, Tara. Oh, look at Natasha. I've been thinking about you a lot, Natasha, this week. I've been I got to message Natasha and see how she's doing. And I always feel bad. One thing, I always say, I was talking to one of our mods this week, a really good friend of ours, and I was saying how much our chat goes by really quick on YouTube.
And
it's very hard to connect. Hi, Angel Donna, Tara. Hi, Aaron Shrine.
Rocio.
Ima. Hi, William. I saw Shay. Hi, Heather. So if you guys are here for the first time, this is the Intuitive Couples channel here on YouTube. We also have a Facebook page. We're on TikTok, even though we haven't done anything. We're on Twitter, and we are also on Instagram, right? I said Instagram, but Facebook, go to our Facebook page, and follow us there. But if you're on here right now and you're wanting to hear from a loved one, most importantly, what I need you to do is I need you to hit the subscribe button. I need you to hit the subscribe button, and I need you to hit the bell so you get notified about when we go live next. And then you can hit, if you're on mobile, you just hit the X out of the live chat thing and hit the thumbs up.
Right.
That's important.
That's exactly.
And I just want to kind of give a shout out to Lily. I'm wearing Lily's bracelet tonight. She's on Etsy, and it's a really beautiful bracelet. And she goes by Lily B444 on her Etsy page. She was kind enough to send me some stuff.
Yep.
Oh my God. Okay. So I've missed you guys. I've been waiting for this all week for this live. I'm not sure why. I've always loved your lives, but this week you guys have been popping in my head a lot.
Cool.
I wonder if it's because...
Well, I appreciate that. Angel,
yes,
definitely.
Natasha, yes. Hi, William. Hello. Welcome. Rocio, hello. Hola. Christiana Priya, hello. Welcome. Oh, I'm just wondering if our sister might come through tonight. Yeah. And we've been dealing with a terror.
Yes, Geo, man. Oh my gosh.
Lord Almighty, it's like
not that late.
So here's the thing. It depends on the question.
That's fine.
Usually I have a limit on the questions thing because you're so detailed.
Nah, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it moving today.
Okay.
We're gonna keep it moving today.
Okay. Well, it depends.
Okay.
I want to see
Aaron,
people subscribe. But you got to subscribe and you got to hit the bell. I think too many people think they can come on here and they get wham bam, thank you, ma'am. And I just want people to subscribe.
Well, if anybody who's watched me for any length of time, they know that my answers are never just bink bink bye bye.
No.
Oh boy, the terror, man, the terror we got going on. It's all right. So yeah, if you got questions, go ahead, post them. I'll answer them as I see them. If
it's something you're wanting guidance on, it's usually
if it's something we'll take it as it comes.
We'll take it as it comes. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm like you're not late. We had a problem with he was supposed to do a dual stream. Yeah, simulcast. It was supposed to be on Facebook and YouTube, but I don't know. Something happened.
It works once in a while, then other times it don't. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. So, anyway, what you doing?
I'm checking to see if my thing, Is anybody talking? Because I don't see...
People are talking, so we're the ones doing the talking.
Well, I know.
So, yeah, if you got questions, go ahead, post them. It's fine.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
I've just learned the term salty, and I've started to hear others say, what I say about the zeitgeist, right? You know what I say about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
So it's been a long week, man. Getting over illness with the kids.
Yeah, can you carry the conversation?
Yeah, I am.
Please.
Yeah, been a long week with the kids. Getting over illness. Shay, you're silly. And so, just coming on and...
Well, we're going to see if the psychics come on.
Yeah, we're going to see...
if the
spirits come through.
Spirits come through,
yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah, Aaron, go ahead. Ask away. There's no harm in asking. If it's something that would require a more detailed explanation, we would deal with that at that time. So...
I'll probably put people off.
Huh?
I said I'm probably putting people off.
You're fine, babe. Come on now. Cut it out. All right. Ooh, a true crime channel, huh? That's cool. Hey, well, welcome, Chelsea. What's up? So one thing that I've kind of seen a couple of examples this week of we're 25 days into the new year. And I know many people had a very rough 2019 and looked forward to 2020. It's the start of a new decade, start of a new year, and 25 days in, I know people are still hitting hurdles, and I've been getting a lot of energy back towards me, saying getting a lot of energy back towards me, just saying, man, when's this gonna end? When's it gonna end? I hope it ends.
Hope is never.
Well, the thing with hope is we fall back on hope when our faith is broken, right? And I explain it like this. God forbid, let's say there's a difference between hope and faith. Faith is knowing something that you can't really put your finger on. You don't have any evidence that it's happening, but you just know that it's going to happen, right? Hope is just exactly that. Hope that the thing is going to happen, but there's nothing behind it. It's a wish. It's an empty wish, right? With faith, I explain it like this to kind of put it in perspective. Let's say somebody has an accident, a car accident, and their car gets totaled out, and the insurance company contacts you and says, hey, all right, we totaled out the car. You've got a check on the way for $10,000 for the value of the car. Now, you don't have the check in hand. You don't have the money in your bank account. But you could sit back, rest easy, because you know that the check is on the way. Right? Because they told you, hey, the check's on the way.
Right.
Now, same situation. Car's totaled out. You know that the car is worth roughly $10,000, but you haven't heard anything back yet. And you're sitting and you're hoping that you get that check for $10,000, but you just don't know. That's the difference. Faith is knowing that something is on its way, even though you can't see it. Right? And that is the mode that we have to get in. That is the mode that God wants us to be in our everyday life. So, even though you're still experiencing hurdles, leftover hurdles, remnants, we need to approach each of those with the faith, with the knowing that things are going to get better because they're just temporary. All right? And so that is one of those things that I've been getting a lot of this week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is just people wondering when things are going to end or hoping that it's
going to
end.
Well, it's like it never stops. It just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming. And it's like, what do you do? It's like, how do we come back from a defeat? How do we rise up from that? It's really, really hard sometimes. I know that, we all take personal losses. Sometimes it's professional losses. But you have to just, you can't allow darkness to win. You just can't. It's a fact. So what are you going to do? You got to just keep trudging ahead. And so when you have lost your faith,
that's when you got to rely on hope.
Right.
Yeah, because it's like, you don't know anymore. It's like, that's when we have to say, okay, you know what? Hope will carry us through.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, it is what it is. What? What's wrong? Huh?
All right, so...
I am. Look, he's the one that's being like, blah, blah, blah. You gotta be a little bit more peppy.
Fine. Fair enough.
Faith. Quit.
Yeah. Faith and quit when he's rolling his eyes. Oh, no.
Her husband.
Oh, well,
trying to keep up with the comments.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to, I'm trying to actually do something, with our thing. And, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So I think, the main message for this week, if I was to have one for everybody, is to go out and find your faith. Work on it. Consciously work on it. Sometimes we have to consciously work at our faith. Sometimes, and these are things that nobody tells you. Sometimes we have to consciously choose to acknowledge the fact that things are just temporary. Sometimes when things are happening to us and it happens over and over and over again, it's easy to fall into that pity party spot. Sometimes that's comforting. Sometimes that's, that's just kind of where you end up, and before you know it, you don't know how to pull out of it. And the way you pull out of it is consciously choosing to look past the current situation and start making changes. Oftentimes when we're feeling that pinch, that pinch is just the other side giving us a heads up, letting us know, hey, you need to make a change. You may not know what that change is, but you got to make a change. And so,
Stop worrying about what I'm doing. Focus on yourself.
So, anyway.
Oh my God. Come on, Justin. Really? You've got to be able to do this without me. You cannot, have me...
Why are you there? It's the intuitive couple.
Because I'm doing stuff that I cannot do because I'm doing all of you guys before.
I was saying stuff. They're all saying well said. Obviously, I made some sort of sense.
I don't know. I didn't feel the zeal behind it.
Zeal?
I need to feel something behind it. It needs to be more. It's you got to be happy and peppy, and I think it was all our whole intro. Let's start all over. I mean, it just seems like it's just out of sync.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, it's out of sync.
Yeah.
Definitely out of sync.
Yeah, I mean, it's so out of sync.
Well, we've been going non-stop, so.
As a joke, I want to start the intro, but I'm not going to do it. I got the sound effects ready.
Oh God, RIP headphone users. Right?
Yeah.
All right, so.
I won't be on long if anybody doesn't do card readings or if there's not a spirit coming through, because I can already tell you.
Yeah.
I'm not. I need.
Feels off, right? Something feels off.
Something is going on. Well, I'm not going to put that out there. It's not that.
No, I'm just saying.
No. I'm just not. No, I'm just telling you. It's just we have been running so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am tired. I'm tired. No, I'm not. But I come on. We come on every week because it's our duty to come on.
Yeah, I come on. Hey, look, and there are times when it's
even though you're tired, you gotta come on and you gotta spread the word.
Absolutely, man.
So, well, yeah, but it's not even. It's not. No, we have no time for holidays. This is not about holidays. We don't get breaks. This isn't it. We've had a lot of breaks. We need a different kind of break, but not this kind of break. But we're just being real.
Give me a break.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I have LaCroix dribbled down my... All right, so if you're new here, please, if you're just not new here, please go and share this out. See, okay, last week everybody's like, well, we need to go on earlier. So I said, well, let's go on at 7:30. And then something miraculously happened.
Yeah.
His Windows laptop that he uses for us to see the comments start doing updates. It was crazy. It's crazy.
And then when login, it fixed it. And then of course when I was trying to get the software to do both Facebook and YouTube, I started it and then it immediately dropped and literally everything broke. YouTube stopped working, Facebook. I was like, also, it didn't automatically reschedule it for 8 p.m. And I was like, oh, see, I was right. It should have been for 8 p.m. It's not 7:30.
Hi, Christy Bice. How are you?
Yeah, everything happens for a reason.
Without you here, it isn't right. We love your company. Well, thank you. William Holden got an A.
Got a question. Mark. Got a question.
Got a question.
Ask away, man. Ask away.
The universe feels like it's being, I don't know how, it's just Well,
yeah. It is speeding up.
I don't
It
know.
always, every day that goes by, man. Every day that goes by without you actively seeking what your destiny is, that day is going to just feel like it's speeding up. And then if you get 2 days back to back of you not actively seeking what you're meant to do, it's only going to speed up from there. So I challenge people, hey man, look, life is short. What is with that? Anyway, life is short, man. So yeah, if you feel like it's speeding up, man, you gotta search what it is that makes you happy, man. Make something happen.
Okay, so Carissa Taco Show, our producer is putting the PayPal information, and you just go ahead and...
Taco Show.
Yeah. Hey, Sandy. How's it going?
What's up, Sandy?
Maria.
Yeah. Look, Maria, man, I'm telling
I just
you, look,
learned
it's
that there is an actual doomsday clock. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
no, it's a theoretical clock, and it's just based on opinions of. It was created. The Doomsday Clock was created during the Cold War to kind of give a visual representation of the current political climate of between Russia and or the USSR and the United States to nuclear annihilation.
Yeah.
So it's always been a political tool that you kind of, and anytime something, a beef would happen between the USSR and the United States, they'd move the clock a little closer to midnight. Midnight being doomsday.
God, yeah.
Well, now they adopted it for other things, but people have been screaming that it's the end of the world since the dawn of time, and we're still here. So, again, faith, folks. There's a lot of money to be had in fear porn.
Yeah, I mean, listen, look at there's psychics that are on here and they on YouTube, and you'll see. You hear people talking outside?
It's like teenagers.
Oh, teenagers. Anyway, people are always like, "Hey, Dom, she needs help trying to pay. Your link never works. How come?"
It does work. It's people don't know how to do it. So
Don't say that.
it does
Yeah,
work.
if he said, "Oh, what really happened to Jeffrey Epstein," or "What's going to happen to Donald Trump? He's going to get me." If he said that, if he did those stupid parlor tricks,
Things that don't matter.
Right, that stuff does
Things
not matter
that
in
you can't
life.
change.
There's nothing you can change.
Yeah.
There's
But
nothing
people are
that
curious.
you can't change.
People-
We cannot change that.
People
So it's
love
like
to be scared.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They love having their biases confirmed. Mm-hmm. Like they want to go into a place that's an echo chamber.
One of our
And so,
light worker students
not what I
was on a psychic reading group on Facebook, and some woman was desperate to actually speak to somebody who was a real psychic medium because this other person, quote unquote psychic, said that she had a curse on her. Now,
That's the oldest scam in the book. Man. God.
yeah.
That hurts my heart that people could do that. It's disgusting.
It's why we don't prosper, but the dark prospers. I mean,
Don't say
like,
that.
the light, I'm talking about in general, doesn't prosper. Like, there are lots of people out here who are doing good work, and we have to support those people. If you're wanting a reading from somebody who's just going to give you, yes, your father is right behind you, and he loves you. I mean, I would want to know more than that. Sorry, but that's just me. If you don't, I mean, like, that's not good enough for me. You should be asking your psychic mediums, if you book private readings with them and you pay them money, you should be getting the whole kit and caboodle. And if you want a card reading and you want to know questions about yourself, you better be ready to hear those answers. And it's not the answers that you necessarily want to hear. It's the answers that you need to hear. So if you don't want to hear, like there'll be people that'll come on here and they'll say, well,
just whatever
right.
It is,
Yeah, people who claiming to be psychic all the time. Let me tell you something about Justin. He doesn't have to prove to anybody that he's a psychic medium. He doesn't give a damn whether or not you believe him.
I don't.
If he meets you in person,
I don't.
He doesn't care.
And I don't carry myself like that either. It's not like, nah.
No.
I don't get down like that.
But there is a weird vibe going on tonight.
Yeah. It is. But maybe it's apparently a full moon or something like that.
Oh, God.
Well, who knows? I don't know. I don't get down in that,
Yeah, I know.
So, it's all good.
Oh, my God.
What you doing, boo?
I'm trying to tell these people who were, coming to us earlier.
Oh, yeah.
That we're online now because people were asking.
That stinks, man. We got to figure out
Astrology
what's going on
with Psychic
there.
Daquan Jones. Hello. Hi, how are you?
Hey, good job. Good job, boo.
What?
On the name.
Natasha says, that's why I love you guys. You come from light and speak of God and don't shy away from it. Well, I mean, hey.
That's what it is, man. I mean, what do you think the power comes from?
Christiana, that's why, you don't respond to them because, listen, you've got to, all light has to stick together.
Mm-hmm.
If we let darkness win, then what kind of world is it going to be? I mean, it's already bad enough, but, I mean, there's just people out there who, they share stupid stuff, on Facebook. They believe a meme as gospel. Or women who are like, thank you. Carissa, thank you, Carissa. Okay. She wants $25. She wants a card reading.
Okay. Cool.
Well, the thing was, I got it, Carissa. Thank you. So, here's the thing. Facebook glitched out, so it's like we couldn't, and we were gonna go live both on Facebook and YouTube, so didn't work. Me and my mom will go on some of the live psychics on doing Facebook and ask how they can get all the answers when they only put thank you, right? They don't like that. They don't like to be questioned, do they? Yeah.
You can question me all day long. I'm going to give you the same answers over and over.
Hey, Dana. Angel Donna, I'm glad you didn't give up. So I'm just trying to shake that,
the funk? Shake the figure the funk. We need music, man. We need to get the ASCAP license so we can rock some music. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And get kind of like a more up atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that would... We gotta look into that. So that we don't get smacked around by the YouTube police.
Write down the questions, Chelsea. Well, well, thank you, Sandy. Thank you. And Christy, aw, that's so sweet.
By the way,
Can others take the light from you? And if so, how do you overcome it?
Nobody could take light away from anybody, man, but you could certainly give it away. And you give it away by not keeping yourself guarded, not keeping yourself grounded in faith. Not the esoteric grounding that you hear people talk about, man. When I say grounded, you're automatically grounded because you're here, you're of the earth, you're in a physical body, right? But when I say keep yourself grounded in your faith, in what you know in your heart to be true. So no matter what kind of darkness comes around you, they can't take that. Put it this way. And I know I'll probably start hearing people use this example. You know what I mean? Just like everything else, right? Mm-hmm. But put it this way. It's a teaching moment.
Oh. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you.
We go into, listen, so we go into a pitch black room. You can't even see your hand in front of your face. What happens if you light a match? Right? All of a sudden, you can see a little bit, but the point is that a flame that big makes all of this darkness retreat. What happens if you go in there with a flashlight? You can see even further because there's more light there. So even the smallest amount of light is going to make darkness retreat. Right? The only way the darkness can ever overcome the light is if the light is extinguished. And nobody can extinguish your light but you. That's the realness of it.
Yeah, you're on the list. I got you. I got you.
And that is why that which is blessed cannot be cursed. Mm-hmm. That's why that's such a load of hogwash. All right?
Yeah.
If anyone ever tells any of you that you're cursed, hogwash. All right? Because the light inside you can't be dimmed by somebody outside of you. They don't have that kind of power. Come on. No one on this earth has that power. Only God Almighty has that power. And God's not going to do it.
No, I know. I'm singing it. I'm singing the song. No, I know. Okay, so listen. Carissa is up right now.
I'll play the song after the reading.
Yeah, might as well. And then Natasha is up next for a card reading. So if you guys, Carissa, if you're new to our channel, I know there are a lot of people who watch us who don't necessarily, they're always really, really quiet. But if you are new on here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button too.
Yeah, speak up, man.
Speak up. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. But definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified when we go live. And we need more thumbs ups, guys. More thumbs ups.
All right, let's see.
Carissa.
God, the anxiety level is high with her.
Carissa.
Yeah, Carissa. My goodness. All right.
Okay, thank you, Carissa. For some reason, I'm not getting updates from people. Hey, Nancy. Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, I know. Well, it speaks of your life. That's why I was singing it.
What was it?
Every one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Maybe it's just warm in here. That's why.
Carissa. I'm just shuffling these. I haven't even pulled anything yet, but I feel this immense anxiety coming from you. Are you always this fatalistic with things? Because I could see how you would feel exhausted constantly. I'm not knocking you. It's just I'm letting you know before I even pull anything what I'm picking up on here. Okay, so we got to work on that then, yeah? You get heart palpitations a lot, huh? Getting yourself all worked up. Alright, so listen, I need you to, take a few deep breaths with me, okay? Because it's yeah, I know. I need you to... You're amongst friends, number one, okay? I want you to, I know this, you're nervous, number one, about your situation. Number two, about this reading, okay? But let me put you at ease. Take some deep breaths, cleansing breaths. You're amongst friends. these cards here, they're not tarot cards. It's not like you're going to get the death card or anything scary at all. In fact, it's saints and angels, and there's no magic in these. There's nothing. It's just paper. See what I'm saying? It's just paper, ink, and foil. That's it. All they do is kind of point you in the direction, if you're using them properly, is point them in the direction of the energy that you're emitting at this point. Right now, I don't even need them because all I'm getting from you is this immense wave of nervous energy, of anxiety, of thinking your whole world is collapsing in on you. And so before we even get started going down this road, that's what I have to address. See what I'm saying? So the people here that are on with you, okay? Best people on the internet. All right, you see this the thing at the top. It says, we don't tolerate anybody comes in here trolling. They're gone. I don't care about subscriber count. I care about you. I care about the other folks that are here with you. All right, we run this differently because it's not about numbers. It's about people. It's about helping people get to the next level. Okay.
Yeah, to live their best life.
Exactly.
Whether,
Exactly.
I mean, it's just, oh yeah, there you go. I feel it. Now you're starting to get it.
Hey, Cindy.
Hey,
Welcome
Cindy. William, I got
There
your
you
thing.
go. All right, so you're calming down now. I feel that. Thank you. Just the minute you start, minute you start feeling that palpitation, I need you to just deep breath in. I just focus on your breathing. Okay? We're going to take it nice and slow. Have you ever had a reading before? Like a legit reading. Maybe that's how I should start saying that, yeah?
I wonder, do they want to call? Does she want to call in? Do you guys want to
Yeah,
call
do you
in?
want to call in? Okay. Well, that's good. You've chosen
Hi,
you've
Kyla.
chosen well for your first reading then. All right. Yeah, I mean, if you want, you could call in so you could kind of focus more without having to worry about typing. I'll leave that up to you, though.
I know. I love it. Hi, Kyla. How are you doing? You doing good?
It's okay. It's easier to type. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just leave these.
Okay.
Let's move those off then. That's fine. I get it.
It's okay.
Camera shy, man. People are camera shy. It's all good. Do you want to shuffle these?
Sure. I'm sure people love it when I shuffle it next to the microphone.
I was just doing it too. So.
How come this doesn't feel like the whole deck? No, it is.
It is.
I don't know why. It didn't feel like it at first. Tired, but you're here. I understand. Well, right now we're doing card readings, so if anybody's hopped on, and we are currently reading Carissa. And we have Natasha next and William, who is next. ASMR aggressive card shuffling, right? I know. I know.
Aggressive.
Aggressive. Maybe we should do an ASMR night one night. Hello, the spirits. That is so weird.
That is impossible for you to do.
I know. There's no way.
Your mouth is way
Hi,
too big.
welcome to my ASMR.
Well, maybe people like to be screamed at. Well, that'd be
a
a
whole
whole
nother
nother
genre.
thing. I just realized that. Wait a minute, my eyes went big, and I went. We won't talk about that.
She is loud. Yeah, I know she
For
is.
sure.
She is loud. Not me. I could throw on the smooth jazz voice. All right.
But you're focusing on the energy, so.
Mm-hmm.
Christian, after, can he answer your question after? and just after he gets done reading Carissa. Just don't forget. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Forward.
Huh?
Scoot forward. Yeah.
How's that?
Oh.
So, first card that I got for you is what we call the anchor card, the heart card, right? It is a card that says safe travel. Now, this card has come out upside down, and for me, what this is telling me is exactly what, before I even pulled the cards, was that your energy feels very erratic and very all over the place, and you don't feel safe in anything. And this all makes sense because, forgive me, but you've been essentially been trained to feel like a nervous wreck your whole life. You know, it comes from kind of being like the black sheep of the family, for lack of a better word. It comes from being yelled at consistently and incessantly, whether things are your fault or not. Okay? You make it through each day thinking about what's to come, and that if you just endure each day, that you're going to be rewarded for it eventually. Okay? And you have an incredible confidence in that. A confidence that's faith. And that's what I was talking about in the beginning. Faith is confidence in things that we don't have proof of yet. That you have a lot of. And the reason for that is because you've been witness to a true miracle in your life. Okay? That miracle is the thing that made you wake up and realize that there was more to life than meets the eye. The problem comes when we keep looking for miracles in the same vein. Right? Hoping to see it again to revive that feeling of wonder, that feeling of excitement that you had. And when you don't come across it again, slowly doubt and remorse start to set in. And that plays with your emotions. Your emotions start going wild, going all over the place. Here's the problem. What was that?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the problem with that. When we start to look for miracles, like big burning bush type miracles, even if we've witnessed one in the past, we fail to see the miracle that is everyday life. We fail to see the miracle in the changing of the seasons. We fail to see the miracle of getting rain when someone's so when you so desperately need it. seeing the everyday miracles is one of the things that will help keep you grounded in your emotions and things like that. But that's outside of you, right? It feels like you are at a crossroads, but no ordinary crossroads right now in life. And that's what you need help with. So everything before this is basically, kind of like background information on how we got here. Okay? And what I see is you are at a fork in the road. Now, here's the thing. Most people's forks go two ways. You've got a fork that leads like four. Which is like, it feels like whether it's living arrangements, relationship, work accommodations, whatever the case is, it feels like there's a multi-pronged whole life feels like it's in disarray and coming down around you. You have an idea in your head. You've played it out every which way from Sunday, and it seems like it's the right thing to do. And I've got the wise decision card to kind of back that up. But you're being stopped by analysis paralysis at this point. Because you want to make a decision to do X, Y, and Z and know that A, B, and C is going to happen due to that decision. I got news for you. Life doesn't work that way. All we can do is plan accordingly as the best that we possibly can, given all of the facts. Make a concrete plan that we can adhere to step by step and execute that plan, and then adjust as we go. I feel that you have that concrete plan up here, minus a few tweaks and whatnot, but it's the right thing to do. The only thing stopping you is fear. But I've got to tell you, one of the key bits to executing this plan of yours is learning to speak up for yourself. Because
does that make sense?
I know you've been dying to say
I
that
know,
since like up here.
I know.
I just keep going. I'm sorry because I know it makes sense.
Sorry.
Sorry, I keep on rolling, man.
I know. I mean, it's incredible. I just want to make sure.
So, I'm going to keep on rolling. All of the turbulence that you're feeling in life right now, much of it comes from not speaking your truth, not expressing yourself, the things that you truly feel, holding everything in, stuffing it down to where it becomes self-destructive. Okay, let's slow this down. We're going to back it up a little bit. So you don't know what the miracle is. The miracle is whatever it was that made you realize that things were off. Right? So when I say a miracle, that doesn't necessarily mean the burning bush. It could be anything because it's different for everyone. It's the thing that triggered an awakening in you to realize that things are off and that a change needs to take place. It's the thing that triggered this feeling of restlessness in you. Mm-hmm. So that the miracle is that awakening.
Yeah. It's the beginning of the
journey.
Of the journey.
Right?
The self-introspection journey.
You don't know what path to take with anything. That implies that you haven't sat there and tried to figure out what your next step is. We have to be careful about the words that we choose to use. So when you say that you don't know what path to take with anything, that implies that you're sitting here going, and I know that's not what you're doing. If you sit and you think about your current situation, you're like, man, if I do this and this, nah, that's not going to work. If I do this and this, but then the fear and anxiety prevents you from formulating a plan. So you're looking at things in the wrong perspective. You can easily figure out what path to take with things. It's about making a proper concrete plan to make changes. And that goes for all of the situations. The tricky part is it's hard because I know you feel like you're stuck. That feeling of being stuck is what's creating this restlessness within you. But restlessness, okay, is designed to get you to move. That restlessness and anxiety in whatever situation you're in is designed, it is ordained in order to get you to make a positive change for yourself. But human beings, we're the only ones that can actually sit and let it fester because we have free will. If an animal gets a sense that a hurricane is coming, they bone out.
You deal with anxiety on a daily basis, don't you? Here's the thing. The first thing with you that you need to do and focus on is balancing that. And a wise man once told me, because I deal with anxiety on a daily basis. And it can be for many different reasons. Many different reasons. But it's not the reasons that matter. It's controlling it. And some of us take, medication to control, panic. And there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. But in order to control the anxiety, because the anxiety is the loudest speaking emotion, like right here and now. And for me, like, doctors would always say, oh, well, you're depressed. Well, no, I'm anxious. And anxious and anxiety, it can paralyze you to the point to where every little thing makes you so overwhelmed in your life that you don't even know which way to go. And finding that balance to control the anxiety is so hard. And some days it's easier and some days it's not. All the things that he's talking to you, you can't even begin to understand because you're overwhelmed with anxiety of like, okay, but I don't even know what the miracle is. I don't even know what path I'm supposed to be taking. But the fact that you're just on here and you're taking a brave step to even just ask for a reading and have your, bits and pieces out before all of YouTube land. I mean, like, that's a lot of guts. But what you have to do is you need to find God, and you need to I don't know who you need to pray to. I don't know if you believe in God. I don't know if you believe in Buddha. I don't know who you believe in. But this wise man told me to just pray. Pray. Have the anxiety taken off of you. When you're starting to feel out of control, I know that sounds stupid and that sounds cheap and foolish, but that is really the truth. Because there's some days where that's all that I have. And you know what? There's not any other people, intuitive people that are on here that are going to tell you to pray about your anxiety. But you know what? It is the truth. Because, right. Exactly. So you can't see the forest through the trees because you're just uneasy. You're all over the place. And you know what? That's okay. We all have those moments, Carissa. You're boggled down by all those issues. And I get it. And you know what? You're not the only one on here. You're not the only one on here. There's lots of them on here.
Sorry, I went too fast.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No. But here's the thing.
That's why we're a team.
What you have to do, I get it. But you've got to pray. You've got to stop and you've got to take some time for yourself. Because, listen, why do you think I was like discombobulated when we first came on? Because I didn't get a moment to myself before we came on here to center myself. I really didn't. Because I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and it with me, it makes me like overwhelmed. And when I get overwhelmed, like really overwhelmed, I'm like, I get snappy and mean. And I don't mean to, but everybody has their anxiety to do different things. But with you, that's the first glaring thing that you have to take care of you, girl. And you have to, it's as simple as praying. And then you need to start saying, okay, what are the issues that are confining me, making this anxiety, a shackle to me? And that's when you have to start asking the hard questions in your life, because you're not at peace and you're not speaking your truth. And the truth is that you don't know which way is up and down, because anxiety trumps it all. It is and even though the emotions card came out upright and you have confidence, it's a front. It's a front. And you can take a lot, but then when you're done, you're done. And now you've started, once you kind of get a peek behind the curtain of wanting to, maybe some people are like, hey, some people read what the hell is that book? The one that, the where you make a vision board and some bullshit. What's that called?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Some people go and they find, every day it was, Oprah and all that. Everybody would just do their thing to try to find something to better themselves in life. And, hey, it's like, you just got to find something that centers you. And it might just be being with a group of people who understand you and give you a little perspective every day. The secret, that's it, yeah. But the secret is that the power is all in you. And when you give it to God or Buddha or the tree or whoever you believe in, you're taking back your power, because you don't need that darkness on you. Start with that. Then ask yourself the question after that. You really have to do that every day. Does that make sense, Carissa? And then start to practice that. Practice that every day. And then when you start to feel it kind of bubble up, ask it to be taken off of you. And then start making a list. What is it? What's important in your life? What is it that you want? What is it that you need? And what is it that you have to have? Those are my 3 questions that I tell everybody to ask. Why? It's the most And that is a trademark by me. Bup, bup, bup. Because it is, TM. Because what it is you want, what it is that you need, and what you have and what you have to have, it's a little bit more of a progressive pros and cons list. Because what you have to have is what it is, the stuff that didn't work for you the last time. The stuff that worked for you the last time, it weeds it out. So if your job, if you're taking on too much, if you're a yes person and you don't know how to say no to people, then you got to start speaking your truth, because you're not speaking your truth. You're not speaking your truth in any capacity at this point, because your anxiety is all over the place. You're not at peace. And you have to get back. Relationship issues, if it's relationship issues, what is it? What is it that's making you all over the place? Because relationships shouldn't be hard.
No.
They shouldn't be. If people in your life are making your life difficult and bringing you anxiety and not making you have peace in your life, not allowing you to speak your truth, not giving you confidence, and your emotions are all over the damn place, then what reward do you get out of that? None. You don't get anything. So you know what the miracle is? The miracle is you in praying and making this first step to hear this message. It may be simple. It may not even be anything. Somebody might see this later on and say, they're full of BS. Give me a break. Prayer. But I'll tell you what. What's it gonna hurt? You know what? There's only one person I know who creates miracles. That's the man that's on this card. So that's my message to you. Because I know it's in there, but we gotta shake off the anxiety. We gotta get it under control, girl, and you can do it. And sometimes minimizing the things in our life that just drain us, so that way we're not bogged down. I hope that resonates with you.
All right, well, that's it for me. I'm out.
No, I'm just saying.
That's great.
No, look, no, I just, because it was like, I couldn't, I never want to, step on you, but I just felt the anxiety, and, I know anxiety. It's too much. It's too much for people.
Yeah.
It will control their lives.
So does that make sense? Since you asked the question for me, I'll ask it for you.
I just don't know where I belong in this world.
You belong right where you're at. Very simple, man. You belong right where you are. You are right where you're supposed to be, because God's got you right in the palm of his hand. God doesn't make mistakes.
No, Chris,
so
listen, you see how everybody is on here saying we're going to pray for you, and you're right here, and this is why we do this every week, because there is a great group of people here who are here to cheer you on. There are people here who've had highs and they've had lows, and some walk a line of balance every day, but it doesn't matter. He can meditate every day and still have lows. Everybody goes through that.
It's called life.
It's life. But it's just about finding balance. And sometimes when we start getting answers, when we start questioning things in our life, that is the self-introspection button. And that is a miracle. Because not everybody gets to introspect their lives. They don't ever get a chance to. Some people can't handle the truth. That's the truth. They really can't handle the truth of their life. Mm-hmm. So it's okay, but you really want to know where you belong in this world? I can tell you right now that come back again next week. And let's see. It doesn't,
That's the thing. That's
you
a
can
very
just hear.
loaded
You see
statement.
people say, "This resonates with me." This is so true, because you know why this message is resonating with everybody, because we all are cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. See, Sandra was saying the same thing.
Not knowing where you belong in this world is a very loaded statement.
It is.
Look, you belong. We're all right where we are supposed to be. That's where faith comes in, because for whatever reason, whatever lesson that we're to be learning at this moment, you're right there in the thick of it. And look, learning about ourselves and learning about life is not easy, man.
No, it's not.
You know what I mean? It's not like this thing where you become enlightened and all of a sudden you get a halo around your head and you're like, oh, it don't work that way, man. You learn a lesson, awesome, good for you. Here's the next one. That's how it goes. You'll have a little bit of peace and then bang.
Yeah, we have to go through our experiences in life in order to learn the lessons in life. I don't know what career path to go either.
But again, she already gave you the answer to that. You need to take time for yourself and get back to what.
Okay, so Crystal, listen. So here's the thing: if you're
simple.
wanting to, listen. I want you to know this. When I say that you need to. Okay. You are like all over the place. Like, there is all different avenues for you. Like Justin said, there's a fork. Not just like a two-way, like there's a four-way for you to go many different ways. But what it comes down to, I'm trying to do this, like, simplify it here on this. But if you want to, like, we can do more in depth if you want privately with Justin. He does career and spiritual guidance privately. That's more in depth with people. Because I feel you, like, even though this is, you're feeling relieved. Okay, oh God, that makes sense. But then your mind, the anxiety is coming back around.
It ramps back up.
Because you're like, but wait a minute, what about this? But what about this? What about this? We've got to get that under control. And I want you, listen, I want everybody to live their best life. And that sounds cliche because everybody's using that now. You know what? And it's not, you're not going to find it in Girl Go Wash Your Face, and you're not going to find, no. But here's the thing, you have a lot of questions, and I feel it. But every time a question comes up, and you're like, but what this? But what this? And I'm afraid with you, what I'm getting from you is that this isn't you're gonna say, like, I do not like, okay, praying, what's that gonna do? But, okay, all right, I can do that. But what about my career? So you're gonna go to the next person and ask them a question. And you know what? They're gonna give you a one card that says, oh, yeah, your career is gonna be really successful this year. And blah, 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 blah. Now, let me ask you a question. Does that tell you anything? No, it doesn't. See, the thing is that we're complicated. As human beings, we're complicated. And these cards are just the first stepping stone. That's what I want to make very clear to people. They're meant to start getting down into dig into the pipes of who we are in our soul, because we're super, super layered.
They're the first stepping stone, right?
Right.
But unlike other things, there is you gave a very clear-cut way to proceed.
Right.
It's not just like, here it is, thanks, bye.
Bye. I care about what
you've got a very clear-cut thing to start doing, which is what? Praying to get the anxiety under control. Right. Because without that being under control,
you can't make the decisions.
Nothing
you
else
can't.
is
Right. You're not gonna. You're still gonna be bombarded every day.
Mm-hmm.
But please feel free to reach out to us over on our Facebook page. Private message us. Don't be a stranger. Come back again next Saturday. But please, I'm asking you to do yourself the gift. Give yourself the gift of balance by praying every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I know everybody on here will be praying. So, Spiritual Touch Hero says, I went through 2 years being bedbound due to anxiety and depression. And it was extremely severe because, especially through my awakening, it will get easier. Absolutely. Oh. She's starting your response. Spiritual Touch Tarot. I don't know who that is. Carissa, I'll have faith in you. Justin is the best person. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Who is that?
I don't know who Spiritual Touch Tarot is.
Who is that?
I mean, thank you for Carissa. Thank you for allowing Justin to read you. I'm sorry I horned in.
No, you did a great job. That's why I said, all right, that's it for me. Good night.
You can find our Facebook page in the About section. It should be...
Or in the description below.
In the description, yeah. It's Sally.
Hey, Sally.
Hi, Sally. Hey. So, if you guys are new, if you're just joining us, the Intuitive Couple, you have Justin and Roseanne Cardoza, Psychic Medium, Intuitive. No problem, Carissa. I do hope that you start praying for... Yes, but Natasha is next, guys, and then William Holden is next.
Okay.
William Holden, I always think of
Queen
William Holden, the
Welcome back.
movie actress.
I know, yeah.
Queen of Water. Hello.
His episode I Love Lucy when she turns around and he's like...
Gabe Nagel asked a little question a little while ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you're not going to win the Publishers Clearinghouse. Have a great time. The reason is, look, check it out. I'm just being real.
I didn't know what that...
He asked if he's been playing it for 7 years. No. Here's my theory on that. I don't think anyone wins the Publishers Clearinghouse. I think they hire actors.
Dun, dun.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how it goes.
Okay, so just was doing card readings, guys. If you want a full card reading, it is $25. Hit the PayPal button that Dominic will throw up onto the thing. But I need you guys to subscribe and like and hit the thumbs up. Okay, if the spirits do come in, they will come in as they come in. Spirit readings are give back. It is for Natasha, right? Yes. And then William is next. So if you're wanting to ask one card reading, I mean, if you're just wanting a question, it's $11. If it's a thought-provoking question.
Yeah, the Publishers Clearinghouse was kind of a gimme. I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, you could ask, but...
Yeah, but it doesn't mean...
on where it goes, man.
Yeah, so if you're wanting a full card reading, because we don't do 1 card pulls, we don't do 3 card pulls. So if you want a full card reading, you see that. That's full.
Please horn in for me.
Yeah.
So Natasha, I'm sure, probably would have you do the reading for. I'm sure.
Natasha's had lots of readings.
I know that.
Yeah, you know, I love talking to Natasha. Yeah. My mediumship are opening and it's kind of scary. You really need to check out lightworkereducation.org. Yeah, Taco Show is Dom, guys. Our producer extraordinaire. And I'm not trying to be mean. Listen, if you guys want to answer...
What was mean? What was mean?
I just don't...
Stop at that.
No. You
don't have to...
I just don't want... listen.
Yeah,
a question, like when somebody says, can I ask a question? Sure, ask a question. If it's a certain kind of question, like...
Because it's one that's going to go on for a minute, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know.
Time is energy with us, dude. It's like time is
so,
energy.
Here, I'm gonna let you.
Before
go
this
ahead and
happens,
read for you.
I need to test the sound effects. Just want to make sure they work. I'm not going to do them during the readings. I'm just going to make sure it works.
Go ahead.
Alright, it works. That's good.
As everybody goes, Steph.
Yeah.
Queen of Water. Didn't we tell you about
Last time, yes.
last time? But she didn't do it. See, so look what's happening. It's escalating.
That's how it works. It's okay.
You want me to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get up and go pee real quick. As I say that. Get ready for Roseanne Shuffle. Okay, so Carissa Shay is one of our top mods. She's a phenomenal human being, and she is a phenomenal reader and
DJ horn. What's that?
The air horn.
she's phenomenal person. She's one of our, she's one of our trusty light workers. She's a student of the light worker education, but she's one of our, what do you want to call it? Elevated. I don't want to, I'm not putting it, but you can find her on our Facebook page. If you go to our Facebook page and you hit, I don't know if you're on Facebook, but if you go to, go to our Facebook page and like and follow, you got to like and follow it, then Shay will be able to find you and reach out to you. Or send me a message. Okay. So, William, are you still here? Because I didn't see William. William paid for a reading. He's after Natasha. Okay. I know, because the microphone's right here. Sorry. Well, I can't do anything about it. They just gotta deal with it. I don't shuffle like the I call this the curly shuffle when they go. I don't think that's clean. I don't it's a clean shuffle. Okay, you're next, William. And then, wait a minute. Sandy, did you do the... I didn't see the PayPal come through. Sandy says, read me when you can. I'm not for sure. I didn't see... So if you're wanting the PayPal information, Dominic will put it up. Or, hey, Bree. Welcome. There you go. Done. Welcome. I'll check and see. I never got it. I don't think. No, I didn't get it.
Or you want to do...
No.
Okay.
It's joint.
Good. We'll do a joint.
Yeah. I just have to read it.
Alright.
Talk about the universe. Sending me messages. I swear to God.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea.
No, we're doing you right now, Natasha.
Natasha's next, and then William's after Natasha. And William, you want to call in, right? Hi, Bree. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up and the bell so you get notifications of when we go live. And again, if anybody is wanting a card reading, it is $25 for a full card reading. And if Spirit's still got the opportunity to come in, his channel is wide open. That's what she's wanting. See, because she said she's moved away from the toxic people, so she wanted a new, fresh card reading. Neuro's like, Shay, you're Irish? be right back. Oh, I know what that is.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
You wanna...
Keep going.
Put out.
Natasha.
It's good.
Oh, great, Carissa. Thank you so much. And anybody on here who's ever gotten a reading or a card reading or whatever, and you feel that it's touched you, if you would go over to our Facebook page and leave a review.
Oh, yeah.
We
I always
forget
to
to say that. Leave
all
a
the time.
review.
Yeah.
We would really appreciate that so much. Thank you.
It's good.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow, Natasha. Oh my God. My facial features are intriguing. I'm floored.
It's good. It's good. Alright, so... Man, honestly... Here's what I see, Natasha. You've been coming on... You've been with us now... What, year and a half? Year and a half, I think. Because, I mean, Natasha started in... Right away. I'm going to leave the cards for her to interpret because here's the thing, what I know.
Okay. So the first card you got right out of the gate, your heart card, the middle card, the first card he pulls. I call it the anchor card, the love heart card. It's sign from above. The second card he pulled was sleep. Hey, Kristen. Welcome. And then the third card he pulled on the middle row was mother. Which, you know, I always have a hard time with that one. But anyway. Okay. Then he pulled, you always go different than I do. Mm-hmm. Then the next card, as soon as I saw this pulled, I knew exactly what it was. It's play music and it's upside down. Now, you know what I'm going to say about this card. You know exactly what I'm going to say. Underneath it, because he always makes a cross when he does his cards first. It's steady progress. I don't even know if people can see those.
I don't either, but it's okay.
And then the next card is heaven is watching over you. Upright. All these are upright except for the play music card. Then you got the vision card. Believe right next to the steady progress. And pray. Now, here's the thing. I know that you have had a long, long journey to get to where you are. And you are a woman who has traveled many hills and valleys. There's been a lot of valleys. But this is feeling like, especially this steady progress card, that we are climbing upward to the hill. I know. So, I'm going to touch on what I know. I believe this is a psychic medium thing. Am I not? Yeah, I know. I know it. I feel it. But I'm going to touch on the other. Yeah. Cold hands. So this is a twofer. So I'm going to tell you what the play music card is before he gets to the mother and heaven is watching over you and such. You know what I'm going to say. I know. And see, and that was a blessing to you. Oh, yeah, I forgot I'm wearing your earrings. I did plug you, Lily.
Throw the link in the description. Throw the link in there. Oh, it's in the description?
Yeah.
Yep.
Play music card. Shame. You know what I'm going to say to you. Why aren't you doing
Yeah, well, go ahead, finish it up, because I'm gonna piggyback on it.
Okay. Now that you're settled, and now that you're climbing up that hill, it is time for you to start doing.
Get back to work.
Get back to work. Yep. Yes, because you've been through all this BS. And now you are in a place of clear. So your mind can now reflect. Okay? And you need to take that pain that you were in, all the BS that you were going through. And listen, just because you moved, doesn't mean that it makes the pain of what you guys went through. It doesn't diminish it. But what it does is make your day-to-day life easier. And now you have to start making peace with the bitterness that they caused in your life. But I want you to pray about that, to let go of the bitterness. And I believe we talked about that once before. But because it's easy for us to hold on to that bitterness. But I want you to take that bitterness now, because now you're not having it as a constant distraction, that stuff day to day in your life every day. It's not like glaring you in the face. You're not having to battle, toxic people in your life. So, right, it doesn't eliminate it. But what you can do is now take the bitterness and channel it into what you're meant to do. Create the story that will be a legacy for other women and other people who look like you, who come from families like you, who deal with battles like you, like we all do. The differences that we all have create that story, create that narrative, and share it, because that is what has to be done. It will alleviate the toxic remnants. It'll be a way to just get it out. It just has to be. It's like a Horcrux. Every one of those, they have to be killed off. What?
Keep going.
What? You're laughing because I said that. It is. They were like a Horcrux to her. They were. Okay. I will go and let you.
Fine.
No. Because you know what I better. Yes. Exactly. And you know that we believe in you. And I don't even like visual art. You know that, girl. How many times have I said that? I mean, I'm not like a visual artist. I'm all into performance art. I've always been into that. But I don't understand visual art.
So, Tim.
Okay, hey Tim, like his friend else. I'm sorry, but no. But you know that you are a phenomenal artist, and people in America would eat your stuff up with a knife and a fork, and on a fancy plate. And I'm not kidding you. Okay, you are the epitome of a female. Like,
you want to leave any meat on the bone for me, or what?
Go ahead, love. Go ahead. I was giving you the opportunity to jump in.
I mean, I'm waiting for you to stop.
All right, I'm stopping. Hey, Tim. Hey.
So check it out. I'm not going to read any of these cards. She pretty well covered them with you. Here's what I'm going to say. Natasha, a year and a half ago, I remember it. it was the end of May, the beginning of June, and you had a very simple question that you had applied for a curator's job in your local town. And I was like, and you were wanting to know if you were going to get it. And I was like, well, it was, I hate having to deliver news that isn't something that someone wants, but I give what I get, right? And I remember telling you, I said, I see that you're a fantastic artist. I know that you've got the talent to do it. Here's something that you should try instead. In other words, it was like a no.
And she was mad about that.
And she was mad about it
because all these other psychics told her, "Oh yes, honey, you're going to get the job."
12 or 13.
Yeah, oh, you're going to get the job.
No.
And he was the only one that told you no, that you weren't going to get it. And what happened?
Yeah.
You didn't get the job. Right.
So, the reason that I bring up such a painful, crappy memory like that happened on you is because that was our first interaction. And it was an interaction that I wish I wasn't right about, but I was. The reason that I bring that up is because I feel a full circle. Mm-hmm. Because it's coming back to where now, look.
I know.
This is your year. This is your time to shine. I specifically see a small gallery show. Where? I'm not for certain. Okay. But I do say I am seeing very, very clearly work for hire. I am seeing very specifically a gallery show, probably along with other artists, but a gallery show nonetheless where the work is for sale. Now here's the thing though that I want you to try is, I know things are still a little unsettled, but what I feel is a channeling opportunity for you when you are working to just allow yourself to go. Allow yourself to go. Think of those that came before you and allow them to work through you. It's a different technique than you're used to because you're very controlled. Allow them to work through you. Okay? And it is definitely going, hey. Pay attention to my words, because you know I don't say this type of stuff. It's gonna go down. 2020. 100 years from now, somebody's gonna be on Antiques Roadshow. Oh, I had this in my ad. Oh, that's from the artist Natasha in the year 2020. It was the year that her entire career took off. That's the kind of thing that I see. When have I ever said anything like that? Honest, people who have been watching me I've been doing this now on this type of a platform for what, year and a half? We've been doing this?
Mm-hmm. On here, but for 18 years.
18 years before that.
But he is always like, no. And I listen, here's the thing. I'm really supportive of Natasha's art. Her art, okay, to me, art, any kind of art, performance art, I am all about performance art because I was a singer and I did acting. So he was a comic book artist. So, you know.
Damn good one, too. If I don't say so myself.
But he had a partner that can...
and-
Okay, sorry.
Stop it.
Anyway, Natasha's art is the first art that is like grabbed me. It wasn't pretentious, but it had a meaning. Because to me, you cannot create art, any kind of art. You can't write
Art
a
is
great
meant to
song.
generate
It's meant
emotion.
to be right. And if you don't have emotion, if you can't feel your pain, it's a way to express it. And to me, I'm not a person who likes happy songs. So I like the sad songs because they have the deepest meaning. However, I do like some, but, you know, happy songs. But the most incredible art, not some asshole, and I'm sorry for saying it. No, I'm not talking about him, who puts up a banana and sells it at the Miami art show. That's like one of the biggest art shows.
That was to prove a point that they would buy
Right,
anything.
right. But that's my point. There are a bunch of people out there who don't care about what a person has to say. Like real people who are showing their pain. And honestly, Natasha, I saw her stuff and it was like, wow.
It's amazing.
It was amazing. It was the first art that really grabbed me. I mean, it really was, you know. I mean, with Justin, he'd always try to, like, you know, draw, and I'd say, no, don't draw anymore. That's not your purpose anymore.
I could still throw it.
He still can throw down, but
I can still
Natasha's
throw down
art
with a pencil.
has a purpose. It's meant to serve a purpose, and it's meant to help her heal.
I could whip up a Wolverine. It'd be alright. Batman. My own stuff. Ka-chow.
Are we
Cars.
done? Cars, yeah.
Kachuga.
Anyway, so Natasha, like, really, it just struck a nerve with me, and I just know it's her moment. I've been telling her that her art has something that is meant to be. There's just more, and there's not many people that I have moments like that with, where I see things. I've seen.
Clippity clap.
I've had it with you.
Clippity clap.
Yep, clap, clap, clap. You, one other person, and Natasha. I know. I just know it. Tim, I'm sorry.
We answer questions you didn't even know you had.
Right? Right. So, look, I'm not... Who the hell is Damien Hirsch? Do I know? I don't know that. Who's that? So, like, and I respect, you know, like, I mean, I respect her art. I mean, I respect anybody who tries at art that is trying to get their feelings out on paper. You know? However, I don't respect you if you write a poem and it doesn't rhyme. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm sorry, but there's just some things I gotta draw the line with. That and dinosaurs.
Yeah, I can agree.
Natasha knows. She needs a little laugh.
Good at killing human dreams. I never
Sorry,
knew about.
Deb. So, Natasha, please take what he says and listen, because, man. Oh, God. This is art right here. We're like realism.
Surrealism.
True.
I feel like a melted clock on a tree.
Good.
branch.
Now get out there and you know what? I always picture you like Lily Tomlin and Grace and Frankie and Grace. You know, where she's out there in her garage and she's, you know, painting vaginas and it's got like fire coming out of it or something, and it says something about women's power.
That's some clap right there.
Well, no.
It's the
I don't
burn
know
that
if
keep
anybody's
on
going.
burning.
I'm serious. Like I watch that and I always think, man, that's Natasha. That's like Natasha. I swear to God, Natasha's like got that deep level. Like it goes, like, you know. Oh no, Salvador Dali, Justin. Hey, I got art on my wall. I've got an original Andy Warhol on my wall.
It's true.
I do. For real. But not in the way you think. And it really is an original Andy Warhol.
It is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It really is. It is a record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, technically it is, and it's in like new condition.
Oh, it's never been played.
Mint.
It's mint. It's
Oh.
it's never been played.
It's mint. So, anyway.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Not a camera.
So wait, take a picture of her card. She wants. I know she wants that. You have any questions about your cards, Natasha? And I want to see some new art so I can do some more things. I want to use it as a background. There you go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is not what you think it is. It's its actual record. It's a record. If you don't know, Andy Warhol actually produced the Velvet Underground.
And that is a DJ cut.
DJ cut, a copy.
A copy that they would bring to the radio station to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Except
and my
never
father got it. My grandmother got it from some guy that, and my father never played it. So when I was going through his records and stuff and, cataloging them and just kind of keeping everything nice and neat, I almost fell over when I saw it because I knew exactly what it was, and it never has even been played. It's so
Needles never touched that record.
And I have it framed in
and it's still got the hand etching of the numbers
on it. Yeah. So it's not an acetate, so it doesn't go for thousands of dollars at most.
It's still cool,
but it's still cool. I can say I got something of original Andy Warhol on my thing. Because, then...
It's DJ.
Because, it flopped. I mean, the Velvet Underground, when this came out, it was 68. So the world wasn't ready for the Velvet Underground. If anybody knows about the Velvet Underground.
Yeah.
Well, Lily, she's like, anyone else like Batman cartoons? I just watched Harriet Tubman. Highly recommend. That was Batman to Harriet Tubman. By the way, I haven't been listening to music, which motivates me to make art too. Well, get on it.
True. I suggest Yanni.
I suggest the Bee Gees. You're listening. They're part of your home country.
Yanni.
Hi, Terry. Welcome.
For the type of art that Natasha does, Yanni.
Yanni was amazing.
Okay, thank you.
He was.
Okay, thank you.
But Bee Gees also fits for pretty much anything, so. Well,
you know what? I suggest that you listen to Rick.
Did you get the picture here?
Harriet Tubman was brave and a psychic woman. Yes, I got her picture. I know. Natasha and I, that's the whole thing. I want Natasha to do a deck of cards for me.
I think I'm going to have to come up with the words.
I was having a hard time. I'd come up with song titles.
I know one. That would be awesome because it's you all the way. It'd be one word.
Bitch and moan? What?
That's not one word.
Well, you know me.
It's
I'm not one word.
2.5 words. No. Just wash. And just have a picture of some ugly broad on there with mud on her face. It would just say wash because it could be used as wash the slate clean. Wash away your past.
No. Unfortunately, if I saw that, it would symbolize to me that the person wasn't that deep of a human
Or
being.
that. Booyah. It would be different for everyone.
Neuro, I think you can see some of her art on our YouTube page. I do card of the day.
Yeah, it's in one of the
videos. In one of the very last videos I did of card of the day. No, we haven't had spirit messages come in yet. The spirit messages are still waiting.
Who else I got?
And yes, Nancy Rowell. Rick is awesome. Okay, next person up is William Holden, and he wants to call in. I know you do, Natasha. I know you do. I swear, I was thinking of you this week. I was just like, girl, I gotta talk to Natasha. We need to talk on Facebook Messenger.
Terry Cooley. Funny you should mention that. Earlier in the in tonight's broadcast was an entire thing. I don't know how long it went on for.
We just spoke to a woman here. She was here. She got a card reading, and she's dealing with panic anxiety. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you what I told her. Whether or not you believe in God, you need to pray. I deal with panic and anxiety myself. It's constant battle. So there's just days where, sometimes medicine doesn't work, and you just need to ask God to take it off of you. It's the truth. As much as she's like, click, okay, these people are nuts.
Well, that's okay.
I'm just saying.
Is you is or is you ain't my baby?
Huh? Yeah.
Huh?
I am. Okay, put the headphones in for him and give
oh no.
William it's been hard. I lost someone special 2 years ago. Okay. Well, Terry, why don't you, if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell so you don't miss our notifications. We go live. This is Justin Cardoza. He's a psychic medium. I'm his wife, Roseanne Cardoza. I am an intuitive paraphilosopher. And this is Give Back Saturday. And we do psychic medium readings, spirit readings, as a give back on Saturdays. We just happen to have card readings going on right now. But it doesn't mean his hands are cold, guys. There's something lurking. So, there's something lurking.
Whenever we do the intro, hi, I'm so-and-so, I know you've never seen it, but it reminds me of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I'm Bill S. Preston, Esquire. Now I'm Ted Theodore Logan, and together we're Wild Stallions. Don't clown me, man. Don't make fun of me.
Oh.
God.
William can call in.
William's going to call in.
All right.
That's 918-210-9706. U.S. and Canada only. Call rates may apply.
Unless you know how to dial out from Australia.
Yeah, I know. We had one person do that, and it was like super awesome.
Well, that's why I put call rates may apply, because if you call from outside, you're paying money to call. Like, it's, for us, it's going to be like, to call to Australia, it would be like $2 a minute on AT&T. So I'm like, nope, we're not doing that.
That's why I call everybody. Okay, Dom, you hooked the headphones.
Don't do it.
All right.
He's calling, so put the headphones on. What did you do?
I don't know what I did.
Oh my God.
This is the right way it's supposed to go. Let me answer this. Say hi to him.
Hey, what's up?
Your PC
Battery
is running low.
Oh my God.
When it rains, it pours.
Just hang on 1 second. I have no headphones on, so I can't hear. Oh God,
my
no.
God.
Here we go.
Are you serious?
Uh-oh.
There we go. Okay, now. The other one's on.
Is everything on? Are we still on?
Yes.
Okay.
I just have to
Sergio, you're still on.
Hey, William. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
How's it going?
Okay, hang on. I'm going to have Dominic turn you up once he's done.
Sandra, were you next? Were you saying, why is that locking? What happened?
Come on, it's probably going to sleep because the thing got unplugged. No, it was unplugged. I plugged it in. Oh my God.
Dominic, man.
Might have to go for the technical difficulties for a second.
No, we're not doing that.
We're fine.
You're just
do
quiet.
me a favor. Yeah, just do me a favor.
I just
turn
thought for a
them up
second
so that I
something angry was going on.
How's that?
Oh, yeah, no. Nothing angry is going on. Light flickered,
Oh, no,
unplugged,
yeah.
Our battery on the
Dom
laptop.
has this
He's got
plug
all of this.
that he's afraid of. He always thinks it sparks at him every time he
It
plugs
does.
something.
I stepped on it and it didn't. It sparked.
It doesn't. He's even checked it out.
It's heating and air for a long time. I know what to look for. Poltergeist.
And it's probably saying,
Can you turn me up
turn
in the headphone?
I'll be right back.
How's that?
All right, I think so.
Okay.
Can anybody?
I don't understand. Was Sandra Kitchen warning? I don't understand that.
Well, she doesn't.
All right.
Okay, well.
Hey, William. Sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Oh, that's all right. Yeah, how y'all doing tonight?
Doing all right, man. How you doing? Check it out.
Oh my god.
Doing okay, I reckon.
All right, man. Well, let me get this rolling here for you. Can anybody hear him? Because it's kind of, I don't know if it's the headphones or if it's the line.
It might be my headphones.
Okay.
Everyone should be able to hear.
There we go. That's fine. Huh?
Everyone should be able to hear him.
Okay.
Can you talk a minute?
What's that?
All right. That's cool. All right. Sorry about that, man. Everything went haywire when you called in.
Oh, that's all right.
All right. So how you doing, man? You hanging in?
As good as you can, I guess. Since November 2013, our dad passed because you did that reading with my sister-in-law and my dad. And then we lost an oldest brother in November 2015. And then we lost my recent brother just last month. So it's been kind of a lot of loss this past few years.
Yeah, man. It seems like, man, it's enough to make you almost dread, the end of the year, when end of the year is something that, you should be in celebratory mode.
It makes you wonder what you're in for next year.
Right, but we can't let that kind of fear and mentality take hold. It just so happens to be that, because if we allow that fear and mentality to take hold, it's just going to end up manifesting over and over and over again. That's how generational curses get going. You know what I mean? And so you have to just look at it as, it always sucks losing somebody. There's no doubt about that.
It does.
But the way that you have to choose to look at it, it's kind of like the theme tonight, right? It's like making the choice to look at things in a different way. Is that Roseanne is the one who really taught this to me, because her mother passed on they say it was I think it was the 24th, but it was Christmas Eve, but it was late at night, and she just looked at it as, her mother had a hard life, and she died in her sleep, number one, but number two, it was on Christmas, and that was like the ultimate Christmas gift that God gave her, was to bring her home. And that, it really kind of changes, it puts a different perspective on it, looking at it that way, rather than, oh man, that sucks that, she passed on Christmas. It's more of a celebratory thing, and it was so merciful that she passed in her sleep, so it's just
a lot of people don't. That don't happen to a lot of people, going in their sleep.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Trust me. I usually, and the ones that I get are usually the opposite. But let's see what's going on, man. I'm gonna. Before I even pull any cards, man, I want to let you know that it's going to be all right, man. Because I feel like you're at the end of your rope.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
It's going to be okay, man. I know you feel like... Let me put these down. I know you feel like you're not equipped for the multiple tasks that you have at hand. And that's not something that, and I'm not asking you to confirm nor deny that. Man to man, I would never ask you to confirm or deny that. I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting, okay?
Okay.
But I want to let you know that you're more than equipped and more than strong enough for the various turbulences and wrinkles that you have to iron out in the coming weeks and months. It's the first thing that jumps out at me. Okay?
Okay.
Important thing for you to do is to keep your prayer life high, man. You're being called back to that, to not let your anger, and don't let anger at a situation turn to bitterness because you don't want to express it, because it easily turns.
I'm trying to stay positive about it.
I know, man. And look, it's different for us. You know, this what I'm about to say is not a politically correct statement in today's day and age, right? And especially from a psychic, right? But it's different for us as men because we can't wear our emotions on our sleeve. We have to maintain composure, always. Because we're taught that you never let them see you sweat. You never let anyone see that weakness or perceived weakness. You know that it's not a weakness, questioning things.
Yeah,
But
it's always, we got it, we can handle it.
Yeah, exactly, man. There's a certain amount of bravado and machismo that we have to maintain. And, but it doesn't mean that we don't feel. And it doesn't mean that we don't go through our own hardships. And the ironic thing about that is that oftentimes you're stuck in a feeling of, because obviously you're not the only one going through it, but it's your family as well. And it's our job to be the leader of the family and hold things together, you know?
Yep.
And so where do we turn? Because the irony is that even though we all go through it, we never want to admit it. And who do you talk to? We don't, we're not going to go to a therapist or anything like that. And your friends aren't going to, no one, again, it's that curse of no one wants to admit, no one wants to, you don't want to burden anyone with it, is what I'm looking for.
It's true.
And so when we hit this wall, the wall that you're up against right now, notice I haven't pulled a thing yet, because I don't need those, because the message isn't found in there. Like I said at the beginning, it's just paper. I work off of energy. What you need to know is that all of the support that you need is in God. It's God's way of just saying, hey, I know you're hurt. I know you're angry. I know you're confused. Just talk to me. Give me a shout. all of the peace that you're looking for is there. And I feel like at some point in time, people with no understanding of God and what that's all about have really put a sour taste in your mouth. You know? And I'm going to give you the key, man. I'm going to give you the key, because what you're being called to do is not just pray an empty prayer. But to actually pray a meditative prayer. And so the difference is, it means taking time for yourself. And by taking time for yourself, you're making time for God, where you sit in quiet contemplative prayer. And you're allowed to air your grievances, man, to God. You have to, because they're poison. Carrying around this burden, man, is poison. It slowly rots and kills you from the inside out.
Oh.
That's what you're feeling. And there's nothing that Justin, whether it's just you and I sitting down and having a beer and talking it out, or Justin as a psychic, or anyone else, there's zero power in us. Other than to be there as an open ear and a conduit. You know, the Apostle Paul said that in the New Testament to confess your sins to one another so that you will be free. Now, a lot of people take that as like confessing your sins at church or whatever. And that's not necessarily the case, okay? That was the passage that the Catholic Church took to use to implement confession. What it really means is just unburdening yourself. And if you're not comfortable with any man or, you know, anybody else, you can take that burden to God. Because God already knows what you're going through. And I know this isn't it's a rather unpopular thing that I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what my wife tells me all the time. Take it to God.
But you don't know how. So I'm going to teach you how. It's I would say that it's very simple, but it's simple as I say it. It's not simple in doing it. Because you see, you're a strong person. You're a strong man that needs to feel that, okay, I've got this. I've got a hold of it, and now I'm going to steer it to where I want. But then it'll start getting away from you, and you're fighting it back. And you're trying to do it on your own, man. That's not the way. It's not the way. The burden's too great. The burden's too great, man. And there's no shame in that. Like I said, man, I'm not asking you to confirm or deny anything. I'm just going to tell you what I know. All right? This burden, you've dealt with burdens in the past, and you've successfully navigated them. This one is too much.
Yep.
There's only one way. and that's through God, man. Because God, look, we all get hit with, man, I got hit with it last year, bro. 2019 was by far the single hardest year of my life. Just being real with you, man. 100%. I would have never, ever gotten through it if I tried to navigate that on my own. And so when I say you got to give it to God and let him do it, the first step in that is a willingness on your part. Because we are imbued with this holy strength from our Creator as men to feel the need to serve and protect our family and those that we love. And we don't feel that we are serving and protecting our family if we're not in control of whatever is coming at us. And being a human shield to try to block that from coming in and hurting those that we love. But what happens when it's something that is outside of our purview? What happens when it's something that is outside of our natural inclination to be able to process and comprehend? We could still try to get a hold of it, but it's like holding a soup sandwich. It gets away from you.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And so there has to be a willingness to let it go. Let go of, relinquish control of that situation. And just simply talk to God and say, God, you know what? I don't know if I'm doing. It could be this simple. God, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but everyone's telling me to give this to you. And so if you're there, because even if you have doubts, that's the beautiful thing about this, right? Even if you have doubts about God, even if you're agnostic, right? And just say, I don't know, but here, can you help me with this? Just take this burden from me. I promise you this, being true in heart, which I know you are, and legitimately asking, and even if you're not 100% sure, when you feel that burden, because it's an unspoken thing, you'll feel that burden lift off of you. It's like a yoke being lifted off of you, right?
Yes.
You'll know right then and there that God is real, God is hearing you, and God is answering your requests. Once you feel that, your faith is going to explode. Because I promise you, it's within a minute or two, you'll feel a lightness. You'll feel, it's that emotional, dark, foreboding energy that you carry around, like, oh God, like waiting for that next shoe to drop. You'll feel an air of optimism, because even a breeze of optimism when you're surrounded in that funk is like a breath of fresh air, man. Where you can finally go, oh, whoa. And there's no words that I could put to it. It's just a knowing. That's what you're being called to do, because you're being called back. Not in the way that most people would use that term. But God is constantly trying to reach us. And so, like, I could easily flip some cards here for you, man, but they're not going to have the answer in them. Retreat. Nope. Upside down belief has a little to do with it. And none of these have. I'm just cutting to the real of it, man. The grit. Because that I feel like that's what you respect.
Yep.
Just getting right to it. You don't need fancy words and fancy cards, man. You just need a little help in relieving the burden. Is that accurate?
Yep.
All right. Thing is with
Well,
that, though. Go ahead.
a lot lately, I can smell that. The night my dad died, the night we got to him, when we got the call, it took a couple hours for us to get to him, but now I can smell that campfire smell from where he was at our deer lease.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'll be walking through the house, and all of a sudden, it brings me back to that night. I can smell it just clear as day, that campfire smell.
You're not crazy.
Uh,
That's a psychic sense. That's a psychic sense. Clairolfactance is what it's called. Or no, it's clairgustiance. Sorry, it's one of the rare ones. So you've heard of clairvoyance, which means clear seeing, clairaudience, which means that you could hear, and clairsentience means that you could feel. But when you walk into a place and you catch a whiff, a smell that isn't what's supposed to be there, but that smell brings you to that person, that is the number one psychic sense that people who aren't sensitive or technically psychic experience. It's evidently one of the easier ones for your loved ones to come through with, especially so like with Roseanne, when her brother comes through, you'll smell Marlboro Lights. If anybody has ever smelt a Marlboro Light, they are the stinkiest cigarette on the planet. When they get stale, especially in the bathroom in the morning. Okay, ugh. Right? Mm-hmm. And when he comes around, man, he'll leave that trail because that was his brand, and it's just like, there he is, So that makes total sense, man.
And I keep telling myself, I'm like, wow, am I thinking about y'all that hard? And like the night our oldest brother passed, I could smell that hospital smell, and then just recently in December, I could smell. It's almost like that death smell, when someone just passed. And it's like, and throughout the day, I'll get each one every once in a while, I'm like, wow.
It's make no mistake, it's them coming through in their own unique ways, just to kind of, this way you don't need a medium to tell you, because trust that gut, because it's not just the nose that's doing it. It's not just the nose, it's the heart as well.
Oh.
Because you'll catch that whiff, and anybody else would be like, who been camping? Who been camping? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when your heart tells you, because it's different than a campfire smell. It's got a different energy to it. It's got a different feel. Pay attention to that. That's totally normal, totally natural. I tell people all the time when they get a reading from me that I don't work from the dark. I only work within the light. What that means is that and it's not me, understand that when I'm delivering messages from the other side, that has nothing to do with Justin Cardoza. That has everything to do with God Almighty having such grace and love for us that he knows when we are hurting and we just need a little peek behind the veil to let us know that our loved ones are still there with us. It's only through love that they come through in any respect, because it takes a tremendous amount of energy. That tremendous amount of energy is love. And so you come from a pretty masculine background, let's just say, right? Of not, I love you is not one of the things that's tossed around often.
Right.
Except maybe at very special occasions, a funeral, if that, and oftentimes in a whisper. So you have to understand, it's very important that you know that these things that you're experiencing, the reason that it happens so much, the reason that it happens so much to you is trying to make up for that lost time of not saying it verbally. And it's not a bad thing. It's just them letting you know how much that they love you. Notice the word, I tell people all the time, pay attention to the words I use, because I know exactly what I'm saying. I'm not just rambling. They love you. Not loved, past tense, present tense. Because they are there. It is them. Okay? And, you know, your family's a private lot. You know? And so the main thing that I pick up from them, besides the love, is one of pride.
Yeah.
Intense pride.
Yep.
And I have to tell you that pride it comes through with that love as well. A pride in you that you make everyone proud. Okay.
It's like my 3-year-old boy. I got a 3-year-old boy that is basically the spitting image of my dad.
Yeah, and he comes and he plays with that boy too. When you hear him babbling off somewhere, and you're like, what are you doing? He's talking to him. He comes and visits him too. You can see him. He's at that age where he's still seeing him and everything. You know, I feel like he was playing cars with him or something, like whether it's Hot Wheel cars or whatever that is.
Yeah, he definitely has them. Yeah, when you did the reading with my sister-in-law, and he had actually brought up you actually brought up someone that works with his hands. That was our other brother, David.
Oh, okay.
Carpenter and woodsman and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him was actually out on Lake Texoma today, and actually I played that reading for him to hear for the first time.
Oh, really?
And he just when it got to that part, he just turned and looked at me. He goes, I knew Dad was thinking about me.
Yeah.
I said, yeah.
Of course. Of course. He comes around a lot, man. You know. That's why you get bombarded with those smells. You know, and what's so great about it is they do it in their own way to not spook anyone. They know what each person can handle. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
So it's not like,
yeah.
You know, if you came in and you saw somebody kind of starting to slowly manifest in like that Jedi ghost form, it's time to grab the gun or head on out the back door, you know. But no, they always do it in a way that we know and we understand and we can connect with. And so I want you to just really, aside from me confirming for you that, look, man, you're not crazy. This is legit. This is common. It's not. It's just, look, this part of the country, man. It just, in the middle of the country, it's not talked about too much, especially amongst men. But it's a very, very common thing. You're not crazy. You're not losing it. It's not anxiety or the issues that are presenting themselves. It's your loved ones coming through, letting you know that, hey, they're there for you, for moral support, that they're proud of you, that they love you. That's above all else. But the main takeaway I want you to take away from this is that the burdens that are too much, I gave you the keys on how to give it to God. Number one is just choose to do it. There's nothing technical. You don't need cards, you don't need crystals, you don't need a potion, you don't need holy water. All you need is what's in here. Love and the faith of a mustard seed, the size of a mustard seed. So even if you don't know how to do it, man, even if you don't know how to do it, and you just say, God, look, whatever this burden is, please help me with it. If you're there, help me with it. Please take it off of me. And I promise you, within 2 minutes, I promise you, I'm making this promise as somebody who as someone with authority. And I don't toot my own horn. It's an authority granted to me by Christ Jesus, my Lord and Savior. I am telling you, that is how it's done. Because, hey, all of it, this is nothing. I am nothing. It is the grace of God that allows me to do what I do. I am ever aware of that. It is not, I am just the vessel to deliver the message. That for whatever reason, when God has said, hey, yeah, okay, I want you to do this for me. The only difference is that I listen. Okay, I'll do it. That's why there's no fancy showmanship here. There's no wacky, I don't need to put on a show. I don't need all of these. I don't need things. All I need is what's in here. My love and my faith. And it's the same with you. That's it. You go watch other people, though, I'll tell you something different.
Yep.
But I'm telling you biblical truth because, one of the things that people contradict me on is how's a 2,000-year-old book still relevant? Well, it's relevant because humankind never changes. It doesn't. At our core, we don't change. That's why it's still relevant. And it's relevant because it's true, and I know what I'm telling you will work. Give it a try. And you'll feel the burden lift. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if things became even clearer for you. If that's what you choose to accept. But you will feel God's presence. I promise you that. And eventually, who knows? Maybe more.
I'll definitely do it.
Huh?
I will definitely do it.
I can't.
All right.
I will definitely do it.
Good. I want you to. And when you do, when it works, because I'm telling you, I know it will work. Shoot me a private message on our Facebook page, and just let me know.
I will.
All right. You got
Definitely will.
any questions?
He's here local, isn't he?
No. No, I think you answered them all.
All right, man. Well, we're here. We're here.
You need
So.
to start a men's group.
No, I already addressed that.
Wow.
Because a men's group isn't the same as a women's group.
No. I meant, like, you know.
Explain. No, let me explain. I touched on this earlier. You were out of the room. Is that we as men, even if we started a group like that, it would never become that. It would end up, we'd be talking about who's going to win the Super Bowl. We'd be talking about bullshit. We would talk bullshit because anytime that we get together and if you mention anything like that, it's going to feel like, oh, I don't want to be the guy to start bitching.
That's more like a Bible study kind of thing, or like, you know, like a man.
No. And
yeah,
understand,
okay.
That's why I said that it would, when we encounter these difficult problems, that's when we as men, as the leaders of our family, have to bring it to God. And sometimes a lot of people don't know how to do that. And that's where the instruction came in.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yep.
All right. But man, I got to tell you, thank you so much for calling in. That's a level of bravery right there, man.
It is.
Yeah, man. So I definitely appreciate that.
I appreciate y'all. I really do.
All right, man. Well, you have yourself a good night. You do what I said, man. You'll feel that lift off of you, okay?
I will.
All right, man. You take it easy.
All right, you too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
I'm sorry I couldn't hear that. I kind of caught bits and pieces of it when I walked away from. Here you go. But.
Well, you think it's an appropriate time to play some music, perhaps?
Here in a minute, just a second. So, Jolisa says, the proof is in the pudding, Justin.
Yeah. I know.
So.
That was a reference back to earlier.
Yeah, I know, I get it. So that's wonderful. I walked away because I had to go take a moment for myself, and then men readings are your thing.
I never pulled a card.
I know you don't have to pull a card. I mean, that's the beauty of Justin, you know. And I have to applaud like Tim, and we have Nero, and we have like Sergio, and we have I love when the men come on, and William. Oh. Okay, Sarah B, thank you for the donation. Thank you for the tip. Thank you. I have to tell you, I always say that I think it's really brave of the men, and William, like, have a reading from Justin, because it's very hard for men to be vulnerable, and especially on here. It's not an easy thing, and there's more men coming on, and there's no shame in wanting to, get clarity.
Wanting to know that, number one, the main thing is wanting to, there's a sense of curiosity, but more so than that, because curiosity doesn't really drive men to seek this out. What it is a wanting to know that your loved ones are okay.
Absolutely.
Because look, you can have a feel, you may know, but it's different when if you get a message that's like, I'm a complete stranger in the middle of the United States of America, and if somebody logs on in, say, Australia, I don't know them from Adam.
Right.
And here comes their family with dates, times, things like that. It's it means something, and it means something not just for that person, but for other people who are watching it, because if it happens for them, it could happen.
Sure, absolutely.
Going forward,
so on that note, there's Terry Cooley. I told her, I was like, her husband, Terry Cooley, and
I don't know, for the whole reading.
I know Sarah Beth she just took you $5. So
Thank you, Sarah Beth. I appreciate
and I want to express our condolences to both Sarah Beth and Terry Cooley, because I know they lost their husbands and they're wanting to hear from somebody, and their loved one, their husband, and I have to tell you, make sure you subscribe to our page. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, go over to our Facebook page, like and follow. I know that things are kind of winding down. I don't think any spirits are coming through unless somebody wants another card reading right now. But I want to, encourage everybody to come back next Saturday. But if you're wanting to book a private reading with Justin, definitely message us over on Facebook. Private readings with Justin are not timed. There's no time limit at all. So, it's a special thing to get a special spirit reading from him. So I want you to know, thank you so much, Terry. Thank you. So I know that a lot of you want to hear from your loved ones, but don't give up if you didn't hear from somebody tonight, because you never know when they're going to show up. And you know what Justin can do. He's the real deal. So, if you're wanting to get that message that's meaningful and that's complete, then he's the guy to do it for you. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I can't toot my own horn about him, because what he does is extremely special. It is definitely a gift that he has been anointed with. A heavy load for a man to carry, but definitely well worth it. So, on that note, if nobody else has any questions or if they want a card reading, this is your last chance. And I'm going to call it good until next week.
All right. Thank you so much for coming out.
Yes.
Everybody, we definitely appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell notification, and we go live every Saturday. And if you need anything,
just message us over on Facebook.
Shoot us a private message.
Yep.
All right. Thanks a lot. You guys have a great night.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.